I purchased a lot of courses. I was trying to find that perfect strategy. At first, I was doing everything I could, trying every strategy in the book, failing every challenge type thing. If I had to start over or tell somebody, just slow down. It's not an overnight thing. Again, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
All right, guys, we're back. Another TFT podcast. Today we're joined by Brandon. He's coming to us from Idaho. He's a TFT trader. He's recently passed two 200K accounts in his career. He's gotten two 5K payouts totaling about 10K. So he's joining us for the first time. First podcast, right?
Yep.
First podcast ever. So yeah, welcome to the pod.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit of your background, right? How'd you get into trading to begin with?
Okay.
And let's start with that.
One of my high school friends, just seeing him post like payouts, and they weren't payouts. He was an IML, and he was posting stuff, and I was like, "What is this guy doing?" So I hit him up. He invited me to one of those meetings. They're showing me, what they're doing. I think it was Trade Pocket they were using.
Never heard of it.
It was just buying or selling, just like any trading. But they were like, they had mentors they would follow, and so he was like, "Yeah, just pay $300 a month." And we'll teach you how to trade and bring all your friends. And
seems like a good deal, right?
Right. I was like, So
bring all your friends.
I left the meeting and I was like, I think I could look at this stuff up and not have to pay $300 a month to have somebody teach me. And so I just started kind of the YouTube journey, found like Mamba, and through him I found Dennis, and then Dennis is with you guys. So I followed Dennis to TFT. And
shout out Dennis.
Yep. Shout out Dennis. And from there, just, buying challenges, learning my way, finding different mentors, and yeah.
So like most people, you got in through social media?
From IML, but after that, I looked, YouTube.
Yeah, you looked it up, and then you're in. Did you join IML or no? No. Okay. No. So you went, and you were like, what is going on here? This is crazy. And then you started looking up stuff, on YouTube, right? And then your first course you purchased was Mamba?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you take any of the signals? And how long ago was that?
2020.
2020. He's been at it for a minute.
The COVID,
Yep.
I wasn't looking for extra income, but I wasn't going to say no to something I could do from home.
So what were you doing for your job at the time?
I work in home care. I still work in home care.
Okay.
Family-owned business. They take real good care of me. They pay for all my health insurance and everything. So that's kind of what I do, the 9-to-5 job.
Okay.
It allows me to...
What's the schedule like for that?
It's actually, since COVID, it's been pretty open. So it gives me a lot of time to learn trading, and I'm able to watch the charts at work. And so it's been awesome just to be able to learn while I'm actually working.
Do you trade from your phone at work, or do you trade on the computer?
I do all my trades from my phone, but I use TradingView to chart stuff.
Okay, so walk us through the process. Sounds like you have some time at work to trade and look at the charts. Do you do your markups on the weekends, right? Like, how do you go through kind of getting ready?
Sunday, before the market opens, I'll go through all the pairs. I'm not biased to anything.
You had said that at dinner. You're not biased to any pair.
USD SEC, USD CNH, anything.
Interesting.
If I see a setup, shout out to Brian in the Swaggies group, because he introduced me to ICI, Impulse Correction Impulse, very easy. So I just wait. I'm on the daily in the 4-hour, and then I just wait for a pullback correction, and then I just set a buy limit on a fib, and then I just.
So you're rolling with buy limits.
Buy limits or sell limits.
Okay.
And then it either hits stop loss or hits TP.
Fair enough.
So my last challenge I just passed. I had held the trade for a week. So.
And did you pass the challenge in one trade?
4 trades.
4 trades? Fair enough. So what is it? Impulse Correction Impulse?
Yep.
That's what you're trading? I've never heard of it. Never heard of it before. So you're using the daily and the 4-hour time frame mainly? And then what are you executing on? What time frame?
4-hour.
The 4-hour, really?
Yep. So I wait for a close above the 61.8, and then it'll retest the 61.8, and that's where I'll set my buy or sell limit. And then I just ride it up to the negative 27.
Now this takes a lot of patience, right, to be trading on these higher time frames.
Yes.
Were you always trading like this, or
No.
right? Tell us, where'd you start at?
I mean, at first I was doing everything I could. I was trying every strategy in the book, failing every challenge type thing. So it took me a long time to find, I was looking for that golden egg type thing, the winning ticket type strategy. So I was trading gold in US 30 and, passing and failing accounts. And so it took me a long time to figure out that patience is key with trading. It's not overnight. I like to always tell my wife it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's just kind of how I look at it.
So 2020 is when you got in, 2019, 2020?
2020. I think it was like March or April I went to the meeting.
Did you right away hop into prop trading, or was it like personal accounts?
No, when I first started, it was, putting in $100, growing it to 700, losing it, putting in $100, growing it to 1,000, losing it. So prop firms, I didn't know about it until actually Dennis went to TFT. And then I started looking up all these other places, and I didn't know which one to pick. And I trusted Dennis because I followed him from a different group, and that's kind of where I found TFT. My journey began.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. So you found TFT in what, 2021 or a little after that?
I'd say 2021. Yeah.
2021. So you've been with it for a little while now. So it sounds like you were just jumping into the challenges without maybe being as consistent as you should have been.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't have strategies or rules. I mean, I had strategies, but rules, I'm like, well, hopefully this goes my way type thing.
Looking back on it, right, would you have done it differently? Would you have maybe taken free trials or taken demo accounts, right? Or do you think the lessons learned from just taking the challenges without potentially being consistent really helped you?
I think looking back, if I would have journaled, so I think journaling is important. Writing down like your mindset when you take that trade, what you're expecting from it, confluences, stuff like that. That would have definitely helped in the beginning, because then just like with any journaling, you could go back and reflect on how you felt or what that trade did. So yeah.
Are you journaling now?
Yeah. So Swaggy put out a journaling Bible.
And the journaling Bible.
It's it's something called like that. It's like this big black book.
Yeah.
And I just write down the pair, how I'm feeling, what RR I'm going for, stuff like that.
Have you tried any journal softwares online, like TradeZilla or Edgewonk or anything like that?
I've seen TradeZilla, and it looks pretty awesome, but I'm old school, I guess, and I like the pen and pad.
That's great. All right, so maybe in the future you'll check something like that out, TradeZilla. I personally haven't used it. There's so many people that are saying that's really good. It looks really cool. So looks like there's a lot of different analytics on there and everything like that. So definitely check it out. So when you were first getting into it, what account size were you buying at this
100K.
time? 100Ks.
Yep, all 100Ks.
What was the thinking behind that?
I think for me, I just got so used to them, the round numbers. Trading one standard lot, for now I do 0.5% always, but it was just more of a round number for me.
So that's what you were most comfortable with.
Yes. I tried 10Ks. I'm just so used to the mindset of seeing the $1,000.
Right.
And so
when you're risking 1% or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So seeing the $100 on a 10K was just more psychologically, I wasn't in tune.
So do you think that when you're starting with the 100Ks, right? What made you bump up? You said you passed some 200Ks. What made you bump up to the 200Ks?
Oh, so sorry. I had two 100K accounts.
Oh, two 100K accounts.
Yep, passed at the same time. Got the payout the same time.
Let's go.
So I was just trading both of them at the same time. I set a goal to take my wife to Cancun. So I was up for 3 weeks straight trading London and New York. Yeah. I realized when I have set goals, I achieve them. So that's kind of where I've worked towards.
So more structure.
Yes, structure everything. Yeah.
So you hit the goal.
Yep. We went to Cancun.
You had to, wow.
For a birthday.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So what's the goal now?
I think the goal now is to, get max allocated with you guys. And I don't know about other companies. Like, I'm just kind of so fearful of different companies. So from the
Not
goal,
getting paid.
the goal would be to have my own personal account, some good capital.
Okay.
Still trade with you guys, but being able to leverage a bit more on a personal account, I think would be good.
Do you think you'd ever go full-time trading?
That's the dream. That's
Right.
the goal. Be able to travel and trade on the go. That's my wife and I love traveling. So being able to do that, and she works remotely as well
Okay.
with a few jobs. So she's kind of just like waiting for me to pull the trigger.
She's like, figure this shit out.
Yeah, no, she tells me that. Yeah.
She's like, he's coming to you right now.
Come on, babe.
Yo, I love that. Oh, at least she pushes you, right?
She does.
She motivates you.
She's the A-type personality, so she's got like the more entrepreneurial mind than I do. She's
It's rubbing off on you, though.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely. She's always pushing me. She's supporting me. She supported me the entire time, even when I failed. She's like, just get back up and try it again.
Oh, that's great, dude.
Yeah.
Great support system.
Very.
How important, it sounds like, again, you have a good support system. Like, how important is that for you?
I mean, without it, it would have just been because trading's very lonely. Without it, I don't know if I would have succeeded. Because like my dad, he was the negative one.
Okay.
It's like, I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. And I got my payout and screenshot my bank account and sent it to him. And I said, I think it's real now.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
He's like, damn, send it to my account.
Yeah, right? I sent him a few YouTube videos. It's like, look it up.
Yeah. Yo, that's
But
great.
yeah, it's super important, I think, to have a great support system, whether it's family, wife, friends, the community. But where in Idaho, I know nobody that does what I do. So
I can't say I've met someone in Idaho yet. I'm sure there is. I'm sure if I looked up customers, there's probably customers in Idaho. But you're the first one that I've met
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, other than
Lives in
my
Idaho and got a payout and came here.
old friend, I don't think he does anymore because he stopped posting payouts or stopped posting profits.
Out.
So I think he's probably out. But I mean, I've quit too. I quit for about 4 or 5 months.
So we talked about that a little bit last night. Talk us through when you quit, right? What triggered you to quit?
So I wasn't in challenges yet. It was personal money. So I was like, I got to stop throwing money down the drain. It's like leaving on a park bench.
Pretty much.
So I just got frustrated with it. And it was right around the holidays, November, December, when the markets are just kind of crazy. And so I quit for 3 or 4 months. And I just, in the back of my mind, it was always there. So I came back to it because I knew the opportunity was there. And then I think that's kind of about the same time that I found TFT and a bigger opportunity rather than growing, $100 to $3,000.
Yeah, I know when I first found out about FTMO, my mind sort of was blown, right, in terms of what the opportunity is. Because when you're trading your own capital and you have $100, right, or even $1,000, and you're potentially depositing that in an unregulated broker, or you can try to get more leverage. I mean, the opportunity is just not that good.
No.
At the end of the day, right? So these firms, valuation firms, they give you the opportunity to really 10x your earning potential and 10x your leverage with that money that you have. So it sounds like you kind of quit because you were trading personal capital in a way, right? You're almost like, this is hopeless.
Yeah.
And then you figured out that there was a different route, which was trading with the valuation firm. And you're like, this is worth to come back.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it's worth it now, like looking at, my payouts and the opportunity there that and just being able to trade with more capital.
What would you say is some advice for people that are taking challenges that are probably like haven't gotten a payout, or they haven't achieved a payout or haven't passed? What is some advice for them on how they can become more successful with it?
Patience, definitely a lot of patience. Not FOMOing into trades. Rules, journaling. The rules are a big thing. Write down the rules and put them next to your computer or wherever you're mostly at, and constantly just go through them. I think those are the biggest things that if I had to start over or tell somebody, just slow down. It's not an overnight thing. It's not like, buying a lottery ticket. Again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So it'll take time. And with a 100K account or 300K account, those are the numbers you could be getting back for each trade is, exponential. You can make a month's salary in, 2 hours if you wanted to.
What are some rules that you follow, right? What are some rules that you do?
So my rules, again, so I'm just on the daily and the 4 hour. So mine is, if it doesn't retest, don't take the trade, even though it's going the way I predicted. Again, so my rule is if it doesn't
if you're looking at the 4, that takes a lot of time to potentially retest, right?
Yep. So I just set alarms. It's like Alex G set and forget. Mm-hmm. I set the alarm, hit my buy limit, I'll check it. I'm like, okay, I'm in the trade. And then I'll set 2 more alarms, either in my stop loss or in my break-even point. Mm-hmm. And then I just go about my day. Less is more.
I like that. It sounds like you learned some hard lessons to get to that viewpoint.
Yes. A lot of failing.
Yeah. But now you're very solid.
Yes.
In that regards. Yeah. So I'm curious, in terms of there's that impulse, right? And then there's a correction. Mm-hmm. Do you know what the average time it takes for you to potentially enter the trade from the point at which you see that kind of first signal for you?
It could be anywhere from, 8 hours to a day. And then usually I'm holding the trade for 1 to 3 to 4 days. Wednesday swaps are kind of killer.
Yeah, that's going to get you big.
If I get into a trade on Tuesday, then I'm hoping I'm in good enough profit to get through
it. You're like, here comes the hurricane.
Yeah. But usually, and I don't worry about news a lot. I have the swing account.
Okay.
So that's been nice, not having to always check Forex Factory, always having to close out my trade potentially because I have a red folder coming up. Mm-hmm. Now with my rapid swing account, usually the news goes in my favor, which is nice. So it pushes it the right way.
Well, we've always said, at least in Forex League, that news accelerates the trend.
It's like a catalyst.
So if you're just trading the higher time frame trend, most likely news is going to accelerate your position. Mm-hmm. If you're scalping, news can obviously fuck you over pretty bad. So you originally had purchased Forex League, right? And it sounds like you purchased a lot of courses.
I did. Yeah. I purchased a lot of courses. I was trying to find that perfect strategy. Mm-hmm. I was through, Forex League. I don't know how I came across you guys. I really don't. But
just the Instagram algo.
Yeah.
Took you for a ride.
I think I found it through some social media post, and it caught me in a promotion or something.
Probably.
Like, okay.
That's how
I don't think
goes.
I even watched the course.
Yep.
I was doing it for the perks.
Yep. Those 10K accounts.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
you got
10K
lucky
counts.
on that one.
Yep. Lifetime.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, so Forex League, once upon a time, we did this partnership with Funded Trader. Obviously I own both. So we just did, anyone that purchased the Forex League course gets a free 10K challenge per month. Unheard of situation, right? We had to stop it. Yeah. But yeah, so at one point there was like 300 people that purchased the course over many months that ended up getting 10K accounts. They still get 10K accounts every month.
If I wanted to, yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to go ahead and redeem it. And yeah, like I was telling you at dinner, there's some dude the other day that got like a 4K payout from his 10K account.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that's really amazing. But
so something to fall back on.
If you just every month just do it, for 10 months and you'll look back, you have 100K.
Yeah, merge them all.
Man, so
thank you for that.
So Forex League, it sounds like Swaggy, you got his course?
Yep. I bought like maybe one of his courses. He's got a slew of them. But
yeah, the course wizard.
Yes.
Yep.
Alex G's.
Yep.
I'm in his group. Mad Charts.
So out of all the influencers, who's got the best course?
I really like Alex G's.
Really? Alex G's.
Mm-hmm. His set and forget.
I liked his method too, I'm not going to lie.
It goes with my swing strategy though. Set and forget. He waits for, which is weird because it pretty much correlates with how I trade, but he's usually in before because he waits for engulfing and retests. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at the same trade, but it hasn't hit my ICI rules. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I'll get in early or I'll just wait.
So set and forget. He uses limits too, I'm pretty sure, sometimes.
Yeah, I think that or executions, he'll stay up through London, and they execute on the 15-minute. Mm-hmm. So they wait for those engulfing candles, or the 30-minute. Yep.
Have you ever taken signals?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Back in the day.
Back in the day?
Yep.
How'd that go?
Not good. I mean, they were good, but just like any signal, it's over leveraging or like this is going to be the signal that.
The thing that I found through doing signals with Forex League is unless you just manage their account in terms of like copy the signal to their account, it's really impossible to have someone benefit from signals because the signals are always aggregated in terms of the results on all of the trades. Mm-hmm. And if you're just somebody following signals, I mean, you don't know when a signal is going to come out. So you might be having dinner, you might be going in the gym, taking a shower, and the signal comes out and you miss it. And if they're not trading position trades, right, and you're not getting in right away, if it's like intraday signals or scalping,
scalping
I mean,
signals.
How are you going to ever make money on that?
Yeah, you don't. You got to be up 24/7 to take signals.
You're just like on the
just
chart.
waiting for your phone to go off.
Yeah, I find that interesting. How popular they are. I mean, even I've taken signals in the past. Like I've taking signals and pass an FTMO account with signals, like way back in the day, right? So I definitely, it's alluring, it's attractive, but I think at some point you learn that if you can't do it yourself, there's no point in doing it.
No, you got to be able to do it yourself because, if they weren't there, what would you be doing? You have to
be shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what do you think in your life has built resilience, for you to take on trading and do all this failure and make it through and everything?
I think I've always been a pretty patient person. So I've had to just incorporate my patience into trading. It took a while, but I think that's the biggest thing. I'm trying to think.
And what's developed that patience? Like, where does it come from?
Like, how am I just a patient person?
Yeah, in general.
I think that's just kind of just who I've always been. I've always been, like, growing up, I wasn't, like, really excited for, like, holidays and coming up. I was just kind of, like, that level-headed kid. I never got into, too much trouble with my parents, or I was just always that good kid. So
really?
I think the
level-headed,
the patience was just always there, and so I've just used that in life for everything.
So you're born with it. It's innate.
Yes.
Interesting.
It may be my greatest strength, but also a weakness with some things.
Well, so has trading been the thing that's challenged you most in terms of your patience in life?
Yes.
Yeah. You're like, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, other than my son. But.
Okay, fair enough. And you said at dinner, I'm just curious, at dinner the other night, you said that you were a college athlete?
Yep.
Okay. Has that contributed anything towards your career? Like, what lessons are you taking from that?
I think with being any sports athlete, discipline. So just having that, again, supportive coach, always just positive affirmation type stuff. I think that's led into like me also like always wanting to strive for more, and that comes from my wife too. Just looking for freedom and financial freedom, and so I read like motivational books, and I'm always trying to keep up with new ways for personal growth.
Yeah, personal growth definitely important for your journey.
Yes,
and it's gonna continue to be a hell of a journey. So for you, you had said that one of the most important things when choosing a firm to work with is reliability of the payouts.
Yes.
Right. So right now you're trading exclusively with TFT. It sounds like you're curious. Maybe there's other options out there, but you want to scale up TFT, right?
Yeah.
You reach the max allocation.
Yep.
So what else, when it comes to TFT, do you enjoy? I know we spoke a little bit about it before the pod.
Sure.
But yeah, what else do you enjoy about the experience?
I like that you guys incorporate the community a lot. So, and even just like down to like the logos. Like, hey, here's 5 different logos. Which ones do you guys like? Or the polls for like the next promotions. So you're really in tune with like making sure everybody's involved. So I think that's a big thing for a lot of people. I'm not big in the community. Like I said before, I watch for the promotions to come out. and I'm waiting for a good one. So
It just came to my mind, like, imagine you're telling me that you're not big in the community, but you're actually like the most active person in there.
yeah, no, I bet I've like done like 3 messages ever.
Okay, fair enough. So you're just in there, just watching the promo chat.
Pretty much.
Promo channel.
Promos, giveaways, like the UFC ones I'll do.
Best promo of all time. Go.
Best promo? I think the 92.5% payouts with like a 10 or 15% off, I think maybe you had. Those for me, because I'm looking long term for payouts.
Okay.
Payout percentage.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm always curious, like, what everyone's so different. Some people love the percentage off. Some people want the refund a certain amount. Some people want the lifetime profit split. Some people want challenge profits, right? Like, what? I know you could say all of them are important, but what is the most important to you?
Payout splits.
Payout split.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So like when Swaggy had that company where it was like 96.4, I was like all about that. I was like, keep your 4. I want my 96.
You're like, I want to be in that
Yep.
all day. Let's go. Secure the bag. Shout out, secure the bag. Well, he's out of that now. I think
Yeah.
he's starting something new.
Yep. I
That's
think
coming.
he's pushing it for next year.
Yep. Best of luck to him on that endeavor.
Definitely.
For sure. The 96 was super creative.
Very.
Definitely the largest split in the industry. We've done some like 95% splits. I think right now we're actually doing the 92.5%, 10% off.
I think so, yep. For
At the
December.
moment. For December, we're trying to do best of TFT promotions for the month. So we've looked at the past year, the ones that are the most popular, and we're just going to run them every week this month.
Oh, awesome.
So it's going to be
Little
interesting.
Christmas gift.
Yeah, a little Christmas gift. We're doing a huge giveaway too inside of the Discord. So it's keeping it simple. I was telling you just a little questionnaire. There's going to be about 70,000 in cash that we're giving away. Okay. Obviously amazing. So, and then also a bunch of the best promotions. So everyone's gonna win something. And like you said about the community, it's about including everyone.
Yes.
The TFT is not about what I want. It's not about what my partner wants, right? It's very much about what do the people want, right? And I think operating within that mindset has allowed us to have a lot of success because I don't need to be a creative, innovative genius. All I need to do is listen to people.
The best business people are just like that.
Yeah.
They listen to their workers.
Yeah. So, I think if more organizations in the world took that approach, might have a better world to live in.
Oh, yeah.
So one last thing, any advice, again, that you have for beginners, anybody out there that you can give to them along their journey?
Again, just going back to patience, finding a set of rules and sticking to them.
Give them one rule that's a good rule.
One rule, no FOMO. That should be like all caps.
Yep.
Number 1 rule, no FOMO. Wait for the market to come to you. Don't chase the market.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we're gonna hook you up with a 100K account so you can
thank you so much.
get supplemented with your journey here. I really appreciate you coming out to Miami, taking the time out of your weekend, your busy schedule.
Yeah, I left the snow.
Yeah, and coming out here again to enjoy the warm weather for a little bit. And listen, we really appreciate you supporting the company. I really appreciate you supporting the company.
Of course, yeah.
I always think it's amazing when I connect with TFT traders and they're like, I only trade with TFT. And I'm so surprised how many people that have been on the podcast have said that. In my mind, I'm like, why wouldn't people just be trading with all the other companies? But it goes to show that what we're doing is resonating with people.
Yes.
Right? It's actually connecting with people at a deeper level. And to me, that's like the thing that I'm most proud of. And I'm also very proud of Dennis for for recruiting.
I haven't even met him, but
yeah, soon we'll get you to meet Dennis.
Okay.
But yeah, listen, best of luck and thanks for being on the pod.
Thank you.
Let's go.